You know, when you have a lot going on up in your head, and then finally everything comes together and things start to make sense, leave a like below and subscribe, as we're gonna have a whole load of things coming out right now that you do not want to miss if you're interested in vitality, energy, success, fulfillment, all of the above and more. So, vitality is the state of being full of life, energy, and strength. It refers to both physical and mental well being, encompassing resilience, enthusiasm, and the capacity to truly thrive. Vitality can be seen in a person's energy, health, drive, and overall zest for life. It's often associated with longevity, peak performance, and alignment with one's true self. In a broader sense, vitality can also mean the life force or essential energy that fuels growth, creativity, and overall well being. It plays a crucial role in personal development, success, and fulfillment. On one note, you have vitality and health. Vitality is a physical sense in the body's ability to generate, sustain, and efficiently use energy day to day, month to month, over the long run. It's often linked to cellular health. Strong mitochondria and optimal oxygenation lead to sustained energy. It's about nutrient intake, whole foods, hydration, and key minerals like magnesium and Celtic salt to fuel the body. There's exercise and movement, strength training, mobility, cardiovascular health, improving endurance and resilience. There's also rest and recovery, deep sleep, breath, and relaxation to support regeneration and long-term health. There's vitality in your mindset. Mental vitality is the ability to stay focused, motivated, emotionally resilient, including clarity and purpose, which means knowing your direction, creating the enthusiasm, and reducing mental fatigue. You have your emotional energy management, avoiding energy draining situations, negative people, overthinking, and cultivating a more positive, joyful presence instead. There's growth-oriented thinking, falling into mindset and your beliefs and how you decide to perceive what's going on, which means seeing challenges as opportunities, feeling curiosity and adaptability, as opposed to seeing them as something that you cannot overcome. Presence and alignment, operating from authenticity and being your genuine true self, knowing what that is, reduces inner resistance and maximizes energy. Since vitality is a mix of body, mind, and spirit, creating a self-sustaining loop over time is crucial, as when your body gets stronger, your mind has more clarity. When your mind is sharp, your emotions stay more balanced. When you're aligned, energy flows freely, making everything feel easier. You can utilize a full body and mindset approach. There's your physical vitality, which is fueling the body for peak energy to maintain high energy levels, resilience, longevity, and to focus on nourishment and hydration is a very practical thing. Prioritizing whole foods, lean proteins, healthy fats, complex carbs, optimizing minerals, whether that's shellacak, Celtic salt, or electrolytes for balance, staying hydrated, adding lemon to your water. When it comes to your strength and your movement, strength training increases mitochondria, increases your metabolic rate and your long-term energy. Daily movement, walks, mobility drills, and stretching improve circulation. Cold exposure like ice baths or cold showers boost resilience and alertness and are actually proven to increase dopamine or your overall well-being or perception of well-being for about 1 to 2, like 48 hours afterwards. So if you can handle that, that makes you feel really good. There's breathing and breath work, being able to breathe super deep through your nose and out through your mouth. The more you can actually lower your breath rate on a minute-to-minute basis, the more calm, the more peace you will feel. Simply, if you're feeling stressed or you're overwhelmed, taking a deep breath as far as you can in and then letting it out slowly can be a really great hack to giving yourself a little bit of extra time to gather your thoughts at a time when you might not be sure what to say or how to feel, and everything just feels like it's becoming a little too much. As it comes to your recovery and sleep, when you optimize sleep, everything else gets better. This is when your body can regenerate and do what you need to do for that. A great tip that I've had is setting a bedtime, not a wake-up time. So go to bed earlier is usually what that means, and then you become an old person, but hey, that's okay. If you can feel good in the morning, everything changes. For your recovery and sleep, you can do saunas, steam rooms, infrared saunas, infrared light exposure. You can get one of those lamps, same thing as the sun, just really helps you regenerate those cells. As we are just like everything else, we need the sun to function. You can also implement a grounding practice where you just put your bare feet, sun exposure, and nature time to recharge the body. You can literally sit under a tree. It works. For the full body and mindset approach, first you have your physical vitality, fueling the body for peak energy. Then you have your mental and emotional vitality, a clear and energized mind. A sharp, resilient mind is fueled on clarity, emotional regulation, and focus. They run together. For your clarity and purpose, define your core values and priorities. Align actions with things that really, truly give you energy. Have faith in where you're going. The brain thrives on direction. Have emotional energy management. Eliminate low frequency distractions, doom scrolling, negativity, drama. Cultivate high frequency emotions, gratitude, joy, and curiosity. Fuel vitality. Set energetic boundaries. Protect time, focus, and peace. Mental growth and stimulation. Challenge the mind, read, learn, and engage in deep thinking. Question the things that you believe to be true. See where that leads you. About the biggest problems that you wish you could solve, perhaps focus a little bit more on those. This is meant to dissolve what I've learned, what I've had to learn in many ways, given my own path that I decided to take. And now I am so excited to share with you what actually works in terms of cultivating that vitality. Because for me, it kind of went like I had it, I went all the way down, did not have it at all. And then I had to climb and figure out what works and what doesn't to rebuild it. And frankly, I remember having more. I'm still working on it. And I've gained a ton of clarity about what works, what doesn't. And I've also seen the degeneration that happens from what we sometimes consider normal. And within the mental growth and stimulation, mindfulness and sitting there and closing your eyes and just being increases presence and reduces mental fatigue. Design an energizing environment as well. Have a place where you can come and go and take action, whatever that looks like. Surround yourself with people, content, and spaces that uplift you, and design your surroundings in a way that makes it effective. That can come from first realizing the parts that are ineffective, or actually first getting even clear on what your to-do list and what your priorities really are. That way then you can mold everything to what you need it to be, and you can decide then on what to focus your time on and what you're okay not with. Because sometimes, hey, certain things have to give in order for you to prioritize what really matters, because it is super, super easy to have a ton of to-dos and for the wrong ones to actually take up your physical time in the day. So all that being said, all of these are going to be different videos that actually come out and touch upon all this stuff. And I will link them down below as they come out, because vitality is highest when your body, mind, and your spirit are aligned. And here's how to maintain the loop of actually your values, priorities, actions, results, beliefs, and mindset. It all drives together. Move daily, strength fuels mental clarity. So do some push-ups. I can barely do 10 push-ups right now. So for me to try to do that, or a set of sets of, let's say I do 4 sets of 10 push-ups, my heart is going to be going. It's not actually that hard to include some strength training in your day. Another example is 20 squats. I would have trouble doing 4 sets of 20 bodyweight squats right now, where that by itself will be a workout. How about 20 half lifts? Like standing, you just stand straight and then go to your tippy toes 20 times. Do 4 sets of 20 there. These small little things can actually strengthen you over time, because posture, as I found out that that's just all collapsed over time from sitting on all the devices. I used to dance, had great posture, had no pain, and then over the years, as I was graduating from college, back pain started to creep up, and some of it doesn't go away year after year after year, and this is something that I'm actively looking to solve. And this forces me to look at the vitality, look at the energy, as I have gotten it about 80-90% better at this point, although it is still present. So this is just something that I get to work through, and it's an interesting thing as it encourages me to look at the energy, look at the vitality. My own energy at one point hit an absolute low. Then there's also your nutrition and eating very intentionally, eating high nutrient foods to sustain long-term energy. Do not have that crash cycle over and over again, or needing to drink a coffee after a meal. That food isn't doing what food is supposed to do. You also then guard your mental inputs, reduce low energy influences, negative news, people, overstimulation, doom scrolling. We all have some stuff that are negative input. It might be the fact that your house has to look absolutely perfect. So live in alignment. Every choice is either going to drain you or it's going to uplift you and fuel you. So choose what gives your energy and be intentional with it, because if you're not intentional with it, you're doing something during your day. What are you doing and how is that affecting you? Are you in control of what you're doing? Oftentimes we're not. Okay, well, maybe we need to get in control of that. That's a very hard to do, by the way. And of course, take action, because momentum breeds more vitality. I recently heard that the reason Michael Jackson would work so hard on his songs is because he believed that thoughts were like clouds. And if he had one and he wasn't executing on it, then perhaps then Prince will get it and he'll do it faster and better. And that kept him going. So to wrap up, vitality is a state of being full of life, energy, and strength. It refers to both physical strength and mental well-being, encompassing resilience, enthusiasm, and the capacity to thrive. Vitality can be seen in a person's energy levels, health, drive, and zest for life. It's often associated with longevity, peak performance, and alignment with one's true self. In a broader sense, vitality can also mean the life force or essential energy that fuels growth, creativity, and overall well-being. It plays a crucial role in personal development, success, and fulfillment. If vitality is something that is interesting to you, make sure you're subscribed. Leave a like button. It's like giving me a huge hug or a fist bump saying, "You rock, keep going." I get so pumped every time I see it. Leave a comment, that way we can talk about whatever you want to talk about, and perhaps there's something you want me to go in further on. Let me know. One of the biggest things that I ever did for myself was defining my values and kind of the pillars that are going to be constant when I'm 80, hopefully at this point. And of course it wasn't perfect the first time. It actually took me until now, and I'd say even now it's still forming, so 7 years later. Your values are something that you don't compromise on, and it's something that is everlasting for you. Your values then drive your big projects, drive your actions, drive your results, which is whether you succeed or you don't based on what you're going after. And that success or failure will then dictate your beliefs or your mindsets regarding what you think is possible or how things are supposed to go. And a lot of times social media will tell us two ways to change our mindset or change our beliefs. And I found that the most effective way to do all of that is to get super clear on our values up top, the thing that's driving us. That way then those big projects get driven and those actions are taken and the results are achieved. So as opposed to trying to go bottom up, go top down. I'll link the video up here if you would like to go ahead and do your values next. I'm currently working on a poster or a sheet that could be printed out and circled, be crossed out, and you could write the year on it that you're doing it, and then get to the 5 to 6 ones that truly resonate with you, which is the goal. It is very hard, and when you're able to do it, you see the impact years down the line, and you see that you're taking the actions that you truly want to take, and that in itself is going to be incredibly rewarding. Now for your physical and your mental health, nothing matters unless you have that. That is why I am talking about vitality, because if you're feeling anxious or overwhelmed, you don't have to live that way. If you're not feeling confident and comfortable in your body because it's in pain or because you're not breathing as deeply, and therefore that is actually hindering your mental clarity and your confidence, it all goes together. And subscribe, that way you can keep increasing your own vitality, your fulfillment, and your success. See you in the next video.